coming in with a record of 20-16 and in second place in the OVL South Division. The Paducah Chiefs are 13-25 and they are in fifth place in the OVL South Division. The Hoppers are 30-10 all time against Paducah, and all time the Hoppers are 18-3 at home against the Chiefs, including 9-1 at Hopkinsville High School's Tiger Field. Now some individual superlatives we can tell you about. Joshua Rodriguez leads the OVL in RBIs with 39. Luis Vergara is fourth with 32. Ren Tochiaka is second in the OVL in batting average at .387. Luis Vergara is second in home runs with 10. Ren Tochiaka is tied for second in stolen bases with 21 on the season, and Aaron Moss is second in saves. He has 6 on the season. This is Christian County Public Schools night here at the ballpark tonight. So the upcoming teachers for the new school year that will start in less than a month now will be recognized before the ball game tonight. Also tonight, a special treat, the Christian County Cats 8 and under USSSA 3 up, 3 down World Series champs will be introduced with a Hoptown Hoppers starting lineup and run out to their positions with the Hoppers for the national anthem. Of course, Hopper bat boy Nixon Grace is a member of this team, so they want to recognize them before the ball game here tonight. It's a warm night here at the ballpark as we have sunny skies with a few clouds overhead, but all in all, it's not going to be as hot tonight as it is later in the week. But again, it is kind of warm tonight, at least until the sun sets here at Tiger Field. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you some more pregame information as our F&M Bank pregame show continues. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. To take on the Paducah Chiefs. There were 3 games in the league played last night, and a couple of games were rained out last night. The games that were played, Madisonville defeated Du Bois County 6-3. Full count over Paducah 12-2. Muhlenberg County beat Owensboro 17-11. Hoptown at Franklin was postponed. We'll make that game up to Franklin, actually at South Warren High School in Bowling Green, as the Hoppers take on the Doolers. And Henderson at Louisville was canceled, and that game will not be made up. So on the schedule tonight, in addition to this contest, you've got Louisville at Du Bois County, Madisonville at Henderson, Muhlenberg County at Owensboro, and Franklin at Fulton tonight. Let's take a look at the standings in the OVL as we wind down to the end of the regular season. In the OVL North, Henderson Flash, they've clinched the #1 seed. They have a record of 28-8. They are 9 games ahead of Du Bois County. Madisonville is 20-18 as well, and they are 9 games for second place between Du Bois County and Madisonville. Muhlenberg County is 18-20. They are 11 games back. The Louisville Jockeys are 10-25. They are 17.5 games back. And the Owensboro River Dogs are 10-28. They are 19 games back in the OVL North. Now in the South, this is what the standings look like in the South. Full count Rhythm, 29-11. They've wrapped up the #1 seed. And Hoptown Hoppers are 20-16. They're 7 games out of first place. The Franklin Doolers are in third place, 8.5 games back at 19-18. The Fulton Railroaders are 19-19. They are 9 games back and in fourth place. And the Paducah Chiefs are 13-25. They are 15 games back, and they have locked up the #5 position in the OVL South. Now taking a closer look at these two teams tonight. Hoptown, they have 282 runs. Their batting average is .294. Their on-base percentage is .401. Their slugging percentage is .428, and they have hit 30 home runs. They've won 3 in a row. They are 11-7 here at Tiger Field, 8-9 on the road, and 1-0 at neutral sites. In their last ball game, they defeated Full Count Rhythm by a score of 3-2. Taking a look at the Paducah Chiefs, a little bit closer look at the Chiefs. They have played 38 games. They have 174 runs on the season. Their team batting average is .237. Their on-base percentage is .355. Slugging percentage is .312, and they have hit 14 home runs. They are 8-12 at home, 5-12 on the road, and 0-1 in neutral site games. They have lost 2 in a row, and in their last outing, they lost to Full Count Rhythm last night by a score of 12-2. We've had the introduction of the new teachers in the Christian County Public School System and who they are for this upcoming school year. And we thank all of the new teachers that are joining our school system this year. Well, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we will take a look at tonight's starting pitchers. This is Hoptown Hoppers baseball. Has a ERA of 6.23. He is 1-1 on the season. This will be the 4th game that he has started. He has 1 save. He has pitched 21 2/3 innings, has 28 hits, 18 runs, 15 earned runs, 14 walks, 17 strikeouts, and he's given up 3 home runs. For the Paducah Chiefs, their starting pitcher tonight is Kalen Hampson. He has an ERA of 8.06. He's 0-5 on the season. This will be his 8th start. He has pitched 25 2/3 innings, given up 15 hits, 27 runs, 23 earned runs, 33 walks, 31 strikeouts, and 1 home run on the season. So Hampson for the Paducah Chiefs and Ernst for the Hoptown Hoppers. That'll do it for the F&M Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups and get you set for the opening pitch. This is Hoptown Hoppers baseball. Filling in for the voice of the Hoppers, Todd Hamilton, who is away on medical leave, and we wish Todd the very best, and hopefully he can get well soon enough where he can be back with us here as we make the stretch run in the OVL season. If you're ready, let's take a look at starting lineups. Are brought to you by Riken Elastomers. Join the Riken Elastomers team today with process operators starting pay at $17.50 and an excellent benefit package. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. For Delta Cleary's Paducah Chiefs, they are 13-25 on the season. Slater Shield will lead off. He's the DH, and he'll bat first. Elijah Brooks in center field batting second. Kobe Morris, the shortstop, will bat third. Gage Griggs, the second baseman, batting cleanup. Creighton Morris, the catcher, will bat fifth. John Oberson, the right fielder, will bat sixth. Kyle Cook at first base will bat seventh. Cody Halb, the third baseman, will bat eighth. And Garrett Smith in left field will bat ninth. Kalen Hampson on the mound for the Paducah Chiefs. For the Hoptown Hoppers and head coach Gary Vaught, they have a record of 20-16. Leading off will be Ren Tochiaka in right field. Joshua Rodriguez batting second and playing shortstop. The left fielder in batting third is Luis Vergara. The first baseman in batting cleanup is Ron Brown. The second baseman in batting fifth is Drew Donaldson. The DH is Fred Fernandez. He is batting sixth. Cody Hupp at third base, and he'll bat seventh. Will Spear behind the plate and batting eighth. And Sean Sullivan is in center field, and he'll bat ninth for the Hoptown Hoppers. The coaches and the umpires are meeting at home plate. That means we're just moments away from our first pitch. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball.
Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
This is Stephanie Boland, candidate for Christian County Circuit Court Judge. With 17 years of legal experience, I'm running to ensure that all receive equal treatment and equal justice. I am asking for your help, your support, and more importantly, your vote in the November 8th general election. Experience, knowledge, and passion. Stephanie Boland, Circuit Court Judge. Paid for by the Stephanie Boland for Circuit Court Judge campaign committee.
At Pennyrile Electric, empowering you is at the center of all that we do. Pennyrile Electric's mission is not just to provide reliable service at competitive rates, it's also finding innovative ways to keep our members and our employees safe, promote economic development, create a well-trained workforce, and to educate you to help you save on utility costs. Pennyrile Electric, enhancing your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball, presented by Chick-fil-A on News Radio, WHOP, and WHOPAM.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Field. Let's take a look at our game time weather. It's brought to you by Solly Office Supplies, located at 805 South Main Street in downtown Hopkinsville. For all your office supplies, office furniture, and more, call Solly Office Supplies. 89 degrees, but the feel-like temperature is 98 under a partly cloudy sky. We'll say mostly sunny, but there are a few clouds in the sky here tonight. But our game time temperature is going to be at 89 degrees, and it says that we have a possibility of some thunderstorms possibly after 11 o'clock tonight. But again, a heat wave is on here in Western Kentucky. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Barbecue Shack, offering catering and custom cooking. Visit them Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m., Thursday from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. 4687 Pembroke Road in Hopkinsville.
Your Hoppers are coached by Gary Clark, Tim Crow, and Caden Zacharias. And your Christian County Cats are coached by Jordan Grace, Joey Rogers, Philip Burke.
Finishing up with some of the pregame ceremonies. You might be able to hear those in the background.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask if you would please rise.
And we're now going to have the singing of our national anthem. This will be performed by Kyler Hawkins, a student at Christian County High School. And we'll listen in.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tyler Hawkins school with our national anthem tonight. Again, your pitchers in tonight's ball game: Kalen Hampson for the Paducah Chiefs, and the pitcher for the Hoptown Hoppers tonight is David Ernst.
Coming out to the mound, throwing out our first pitch tonight is Jordan Owen.
Jordan Owen will be throwing out the first pitch here tonight.
State speech contest. This is Jordan's third year in a row to be state champ for his age group. Jordan is the son of Will and Renika Owen and will be in the 7th grade at Christian County Middle School this year. Give it up once again, Jordan Owen.
Waiting for him to throw the ball. He said he throws. All right.
All right. Give it up once again, Jordan
Good job.
Owen.
Jordan Owen with our first pitch here tonight. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the opening pitch. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. As David Ernst continues to go through his final warm-up tosses here before we get this contest underway. Again, leading off for the Paducah Chiefs will be Slater Shield, the DH. He'll be followed by Elijah Brooks and Colby Morris. If anybody gets on, Gage Griggs will come to the plate, the number 4 hitter in the lineup. This will be our final regular season broadcast tonight. We'll be back with you when the playoffs begin on Friday. And remember, we do all Hopper games the rest of the way once the playoffs begin. So we'll be with the Hoppers at home and on the road in the postseason, as we have the previous 10 seasons of doing Hoptown Hoppers baseball. We should know more about how the playoffs are going to shake out after games played tonight. I have an idea anyway who the Hoppers might meet on Friday. If they stay in second place, then they will host on Friday night and then be on the road Saturday and then back home on Sunday if that third game in the series is needed. If the Hoppers were to drop down to third place, which that's as far as they could go down, they would then be on the road Friday, but home on Saturday, and then back on the road Sunday if that game were needed. All right, Slater Shield steps in, the DH. He's a .292 hitter on the season. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be a base hit into left field, and the Paducah Chiefs lead off with a hit.
Next up for the Chiefs, center fielder 14, Elijah Brooks.
Elijah Brooks, the center fielder, will now come to the plate. He is a .276 hitter on the season for the Chiefs. And here is one hit, and they're going to go to first with the out there. He looked back at second, but didn't make the throw, so they get the out at first. The runner advances to second. So it goes 1-3 on the putout, and Colby Morris is going to be the batter now, the shortstop. He probably could have gotten the guy at second. They might have been able to turn a double play, but Ernst went for the sure out at first base. Our first pitch was at 6:32 if you're keeping up at home. Ernst looks back at second, now comes to the plate with a pitch. This is a little low in the dirt, and Spear does a great job to dig it out of the dirt. The count's going to be a ball, and no strikes. That's just the third pitch thrown by Ernst in this contest, as the other batters were swinging right off the bat. Here's he takes one for a strike. Our umpires tonight behind the plate is Wayne Seeley, John Higdon, and Darren Clark are on the bases tonight. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be popped up. It is in right field. Tochiaka is there, and he makes the play, and they get the ball quickly back into play. And there are now 2 outs after the base hit by Shield, and the batter's going to be Gage Griggs, the second baseman.
Now batting second baseman 1, Gage Griggs.
Griggs on the season, a .321 hitter for Paducah. Ernst looks back at second. Nobody covering the bag, so he can't toss it back there. That would be disastrous if he did, since no one's covering the bag. Ernst with the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count now to Griggs. Creighton Morris, the catcher, is on deck. Ernst again looks back at second. This pitch, and it's going to be fouled back and out of play. And that makes the count 0-2 to Gage Griggs. They'll go try to chase down the loose balls. Ernst again looks back at second. And it's a pitch that is high for ball 1. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Ernst is set to throw another pitch. Here's the pitch. And got him, strike 3 looking. So a strikeout in the inning and a base hit. So 1 hit, 1 left on base, no runs scored. We have played a half inning. It's Paducah nothing. Hoptown coming to bat as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. we are set to go as the pitcher for Paducah, Kalen Hampson, has warmed up. He's ready to go, and we are as well. Ren Tachioka in right field will lead off for the Hoppers. 387 batting average. Plays college ball at the University of Southern Indiana. He bats left. And the pitch. And it's low for a ball. Joshua Rodriguez is on deck for the Hoppers. And the second pitch is a ball, so 2-0 the count. The pitch, outside, ball 3. And if you get him on, he's liable to steal a base or 2. If you can get him on. He's probably taking here, and it's ball 4. So 4 straight balls, and Ren Tachioka is on base. So watch out at first. He'll be ready to go. And the batter is going to be Joshua Rodriguez. Here's the pitch, and it gets away, and that's going to be a base on the pass ball. And that's not a stolen, but that doesn't count on the chicken sandwiches, so don't go running over to the tent just yet. But it is a ball. 1-0 the count to Joshua Rodriguez. 333 hitter on the season, and this one is foul and back out of play. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's a bunt. Good one towards third base, and nobody's going to get it, and everybody's going to be safe. Pretty sure they're going to put that down as a hit, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, it is a hit. They already put it on the board. Wasn't paying attention. So runners at first and third now for the Hoppers, and the batter is going to be Luis Vergara, the left fielder. Ron Brown, the first baseman, is on deck. Vergara bats right. He's got Tochiaka at third and Rodriguez at first. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss by Vergara. And the count's 0-1. Vergara, 333 hitter on the season. He's had good production this year for the Hoppers. The pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vergara steps back in. Now they'll throw over to first. It's kind of dangerous. If it gets away, that runner at third, Tochiaka with his speed would be able to come home easily if it got away or if it was mishandled at all at first base. And the runner's going to go, and they will throw down, and he is safe. So that's a stolen base, and that's a free sandwich. So head on over to the table. There's going to be some sandwiches handed out, some spicy chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. Great supporter of the Hoptown Hoppers. And folks are going over to get their sandwiches. well, actually get a gift card for their sandwich. And this one's fouled back. So the count's a ball and 2 strikes now to Vergara. Nobody out. Hoppers with runners at second and third. Great opportunity to jump on them quick here in this bottom of the first inning of play. Foul tip. Everybody has to stay, and the batter gets to stay as well, as the count will stay at 1-2. Batter back in the box. He had stepped out for a moment. Now he's back in. All-Star going on in LA tonight. The pitch. Ball 2. Interesting twist. We had it on the sports this morning. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings, they'll have a home run derby type deal to see who wins. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be popped up and out of play. Foul ball. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes, as Vergara has been at the plate a long time. He's been fouling pitches off, and there was a throw down to second base. Pitcher looks in. Now the batter will step out of the box. Now he's back in. Here's the pitch. And it is going to be, nice snag by the shortstop, Morris, as that was a line out to the shortstop. And 1 out now, runners at second and third, and the batter's going to be Ron Brown, the first baseman. Brown, a .207 hitter. As he steps into the box. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss from Brown for strike 1. So 0-1 the count. Paducah did not score in their half of the first after getting a base hit to lead off. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for Brown for strike 2. So 0-2 now the count. And the pitch. Outside, goes all the way to the backstop. Tochiaka is going to be in there safe. And moving up to third is going to be Rodriguez. Not sure they told him to go, but he did. That ball came right back to the catcher, but then he had trouble picking it up. So the Hoppers are on the board 1-0. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Ron Brown, the cleanup batter, and the lineup for Hoptown. Here's the pitch to the plate. A swing and a miss, and Brown strikes out. That is the first strikeout recorded by Kalen Hampson tonight. And the batter's going to be Drew Donaldson.
Batting second base number 15, Drew Donaldson.
Donaldson on the season, a .250 hitter for the Hoppers. His on-base percentage is .393. First pitch to him is a ball. He's been walked 22 times this year. Here's the pitch. And it catches the outside portion of the plate for a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs now in the inning. The Hoppers on top 1-0. Runner at third, that is Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. It's low and in the dirt as well for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 4. 23rd walk on the season for Drew Donaldson, and now he gets hung up. Now he's going to come home, and Rodriguez, is he going to be out? Yeah, he's out. He runs out of the baseline. So Rodriguez got caught, and it's a base hit for, no, base on balls for Donaldson. Not quite sure what the Hoppers were trying to do there because he was going to be on first. He tried to go to second. I guess he felt they weren't paying attention, and Hoppers kind of run themselves out of a potentially big inning there, as in the inning there was 1 hit, there were 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and 1 left on base. So we go to the top of the second after 1 inning as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1 and Paducah nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. We move to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Hoppers. And here's one fouled away by Creighton Morris, the leadoff batter. And the count is even at a ball and a strike. John Oberson is on deck. Cal Cook will bat third in the inning. If anybody gets on, Cody Halab will bat. Pitch is high for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. 3 members of the Hoppers made the Ohio Valley League All-League team. Designated hitter goes to Luis Vergara of Hoptown. Here's one popped up, and third baseman calls for it, and he makes the play for the out number 1. Middle infielder Joshua Rodriguez and outfielder Ren Tachioka. So Tachioka, Rodriguez, and Vergara They lead the Hoppers with making the all-league team, and the Hoppers with 3 the most on the all-league team. So congratulations to those young men for receiving honors for their play this summer here in the OVL. Batter's going to be John Oberson. He bats left. He's the right fielder, and a swing and a miss. For strike 1. Ernst looks in. Now he'll come with a pitch. And it's outside for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's one hit into left field. Left fielder is there. That is Vergara, and out number 2.
Batting first baseman number 45, Cal Cook.
And the first baseman, Cal Cook, will now be the batter. He steps in. Here's one hit back to the pitcher, and it's going to get through the infield and a base hit. Base hit for Cal Cook. He's a .310 hitter on the season. And the batter is going to be number 27, Cody Hollup. The third baseman will be the batter. He's out of Eddyville, so he played at Lyon County High School. He bats right as he steps in. A .239 hitter on the season. Ernst with the pitch to the plate, and it is across for a strike. 2 outs, a runner at first base for the Chiefs. Ernst with the pitch to the plate, and it's low. Catcher does a good job, Spear, to dig it out of the dirt. The count's a ball and a strike. Here's a pitch, and it's foul. So that makes the count 1-2. Nixon changed out of one uniform and put another one on. Here's the pitch, and it's hit back to the pitcher. They'll pick it up. That's going to be the second baseman, Donaldson, stepping on the bag. So in the inning, 1 hit, 1 left on base, no runs scored. We'll go to the bottom of the second as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1, Paducah nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball. Oh, we have an opportunity. Let's pause here for station identification. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball.
On air and online, this is WHOP AM Hopkinsville, W237BV Hopkinsville, and WHOPAM.com, Hopkinsville's news, weather, and sports station.
Leading off here in the bottom of the second inning of play for the Hoptown Hoppers is the DH Fred Fernandez, and he takes the first pitch. It's a ball. Now he grounds one to the first baseman, who will step on the bag for out number 1. Cody Hupp, third baseman, will be the batter. Oh, excuse me, Jacob Dupes. I don't know where I got Cody Hupp from. Excuse me, that's Jacob Dupes. I saw the 2 P's, and I guess I wrote down the wrong thing. My apologies. I even did that in the starting lineup. Jacob Dupes, the third baseman, is the batter. My apologies there. Get one mistake a day, and I guess that's it. Counts 1-1 now. William Spear is on deck, the catcher. Here's a pitch. And this one's fouled back and out of play. 1-2 the count now.
Help us out with those foul balls. Return them to the merchandise table. We'll give you a gift certificate courtesy of Paducah and Giles Funeral.
Pitcher for Paducah is set, comes to the plate. The pitch is a little high for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Dupes. .289 hitter on the season. Slices one into the Paducah dugout. I think it might have even gone into the bullpen maybe. There's action already in the Paducah bullpen, so we may see multiple pitchers tonight and multiple changes. Outside, ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and here's going to be a base hit. Nope, center fielder is there, and he makes the play. He covers a lot of ground and makes the play, and that is Brooks for out number 2. And the batter's going to be William Spear. Spear's a .257 hitter on the season. Here's the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Sean Sullivan, the center fielder, is on deck. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs. Nobody on base for the Hoppers here in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. Kalen Hampson for Paducah. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. 3-1 now the count. The pitch. In there for strike 2. So 3-2 now the count. It's full to the batter, Will Spear. And a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. No, he was hit. Or was it a ball? I guess it was a ball. I guess it looked like he swung, but he didn't. So he's on with a base on balls, and the batter is going to be Sean Sullivan. All I saw was the bat end up in the dirt. I think he dropped the bat. One nothing in favor of the Hoppers. Batter is the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Sean Sullivan, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Sullivan, a .353 hitter for the Hoppers. This is his 25th game appearance. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Our next Hoppers on Radio broadcast will be on Friday. Hoppers will be playing Franklin tomorrow. At South Warren. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1-2 the count. We hope to be here on Friday night. We'll have to go on the road on Saturday. We'll know more after tonight where the Hoppers will be going, who they'll be playing. 2-2 the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Hampson, and it hit the batter. So a hit batter. The Hoppers have runners at first and second. And the batter is going to be Ren Tachioka. He reached on a base on balls back in the first inning of play. Tachioka will step back in. Here's the pitch. High and tight for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 387 hitter for Wren on the season. And the pitch. It's in there for a strike. So 1-1 the count now with Joshua Rodriguez on deck. The pitch. Foul back to the netting. And it's going to be a ball and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second for the Hoppers. Spears at second and Sullivan's at first. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tachioka is set. Comes the pitch from Hampson. Low for ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tachioka is set. And a pitch. Foul back. May have glanced off of the umpire's face mask. They're going to give him a little time. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wren's back in. 3-2 count, 2 outs. 1-0 Hoppers, runners at first and second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Third out of the inning, so the Hoppers with no hits and they leave 2 on base. That's 3 through 2 innings of play. We played 2 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It is Hoptown 1 and the Chiefs nothing. We're back right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. To the top of the third we go, 1-0 Hoppers, and the batter's going to be Garrett Smith. The left fielder hits one to Rodriguez over to first in time. One pitch, one out here in the top of the third inning of play. And back to the top of the order, Slater Shield with the base hit back in the first will come to the plate here in the third inning of play. Shield steps in, the DH, and Ernst is ready to go. Here's a pitch. High for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's one hit into left field and right to the left fielder. That is Vergara for out number 2. So 3 pitches and 2 outs. We'll take it. And the batter is going to be Elijah Brooks. He grounded out 1-3 back in the first inning of play. Here's a pitch. And it's going to be a ball. So ball 1 and no strikes. 2 outs. Hoppers leading 1-0. Another good crowd tonight at the ballpark. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Final regular season home game for the Hoppers. On the road tomorrow. And then back here Friday for the playoffs. That's in there for a strike. Here's the pitch from Ernst. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be hit up the middle. Rodriguez scoops. He throws and got him. Nice play by Rodriguez as that goes 6-3. And as Todd would say, we're going to put a red star beside that play as the Paducah Chiefs go in order in the top of the third inning. No hits and nobody left on base. No runs. We go to the bottom of the third as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 1 and the Chiefs 0. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. Hoppers lead it 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third inning of play. And leading off for the Hoppers this inning is going to be Joshua Rodriguez. Shortstop has a base hit in the first inning of play. And the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. New pitcher for Paducah, by the way. Again, we aren't privy of the changes, but we will tell you that the pitcher for Paducah is number 28. And we can tell you that that is Jack Bell. Jack Bell, who is on to pitch for the Chiefs. Probably going to see several more tonight. I think every 2 innings they're going to change pitchers. Outside, ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. Because they have a busy bullpen at the moment. So they're going to have them ready to go tonight. And this is foul back. So the count's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. And it's a ball, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. Luis Vergara is on deck for the Hoppers. Here's a pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Rodriguez, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third inning of play. Here's a pitch from Bell, and it's foul. So the count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. And it's inside for ball 4. That is the 4th walk. Actually the 5th, including a hit batter. So the batter's going to be Luis Vergara for Hoptown, lined out to the shortstop in the first inning of play. Here's a pitch, and it's going to be outside and in the dirt for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the third. Here's a pitch, and it's low. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And here is a base hit into left field. That is the 2nd hit of the ball game for the Hoppers. And Ron Brown is the batter with runners at first and second. Rodriguez at second. Vergara at first, and the batter is going to be Ron Brown. Bell looks in, looks back at second, now looks in, back to second, now to home, and the pitch. Brown squares to bunt, and it's high and tight, and he didn't pull his bat back, so it's a strike. 0-1 the count now to Ron Brown. Again, Bell looking back at second, now looking home, now looks back to second, now steps off the rubber. He's very concerned with Rodriguez back at second base. And he'll come home with a pitch. And it is in there for a strike. So the count is 0-2. Brown is in the hole now, with runners in scoring position, first and second, with a runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch, and it's foul back and out of play. Heads up in the back. Count will remain 0-2.
Bring those balls to the merchandise table. Reward you courtesy of Pregame Funeral.
Brown steps back in. He looks back at second. And he'll come home. And here is Brown, hits one into left field, right to the left fielder who makes the play for the out. One out, and Brown unable to move the runners. So Drew Donaldson, who reached on a base on balls back in the first, will come to the plate for the Hoppers. Bell has now thrown 15 pitches in this inning for the Chiefs. To the plate, and it's inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Bell again looks back at second. And he'll come to the plate. And this is going to be hit into right field. It drops right in front of the right fielder. The runners have to wait before they can go, but they're all safe on the base hit by Drew Donaldson. That was hit in right center field. And the right fielder and center fielder couldn't get to it. So the batter's going to be Fred Fernandez. He grounded out to the first baseman in the second inning of play. And the Hoppers had the bases loaded with one out. And Bell comes to the plate with a pitch. It's a swing and a miss for Fernandez. So the count's 0-1. Comes the pitch to the plate, and it's low, gets away, and Rodriguez is going to score, and everybody moves up one on the pass ball. So the count's 1-1, and it's now 2-0 in favor of the Hoppers with one out. And it got far enough away from the catcher. I'm not quite sure if he even knew where the ball was. He couldn't get to it, and Rodriguez, it was an easy base for him to take, and the other two runners advance as well. So Hoppers now with runners at second and third. They're in scoring position for Fred Fernandez. The pitch outside. A long fly ball could score Rodriguez, who is at third. A base hit, depending on where it is, could score Donaldson. He's at second. Here's a pitch, and it's a foul ball. So the count now is 1-0. I mean, excuse me, 2-2 now the count. Excuse me, 2-2 the count. And the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And they play in on the infield for Paducah. They're trying to protect the plate. They'll come home with anything hit on the infield. So if he can bloop one over the infield, and it's a strike, struck him out looking. That is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Chief pitching tonight. And they're now 2 outs. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Jacob Dupes, the 3rd baseman, is the batter. He flied out to center in the 2nd. The pitch is a ball. Will Spears on deck if Dupes can find a way to get on base. Here's a pitch, and it's in there for a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike. So 1-2 now the count, with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Bell outside, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch, and it's fouled back and out of play. So the count will say 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bring those foul balls to merchandise table. Get rewarded by Giles home.
Bell again looks in to get the sign. And the pitch. And it is going to be foul down the 3rd base side. So we'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hoppers on top 2-0 on 3 hits here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And a pitch. Hit up the middle. It's going to score 2. As it comes into center field, they're going to come home with the ball, and it is cut off. And a base hit for Dupes. And that's 2 RBI for Dupes. And it's now 4-0 in favor of the Hoppers. And the batter's going to be Will Spear. So Dupes will be at first base. That is the dangers of playing in if it gets past your infield, if you're playing in for a play at the plate. But they were at normal depth. It was just a good hit by Dupes. They were up when it was just 1 out. 1-0. Here's a pitch. 2-0 now. 2 balls and no strikes. Bell looks back. Now he's going to come home with a pitch. And this one's going to be fouled back and out of play. 2-1 now the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sean Sullivan is on deck for the Hoppers. Here's a pitch. Foul again. So that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Bell looks over at first. Now he'll bring the pitch to the plate, and it's inside for ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it is going to be hit into right field. Can it drop? And it will drop. It's a base hit. And going to third is going to be Dukes on the base hit by William Spear. And that's the Hoppers' 5th hit of the night.
Now back, center fielder number 27, Sean Sullivan.
Four hits here in this inning. They've all been singles. No extra bases tonight so far for the Hoppers. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss for Sean Sullivan. And the count is 0-1. Here's a pitch, and this is hit into center field. Center fielder coming on. It's going to drop, and it's going to be a base hit. So runners now at first and third.
Single for the Hoppers.
That is the 6th single in this inning for the Hoppers.
An all OBL selection.
Ren Tachioka will be the batter for the Hoppers. He struck out and walked in the first, struck out in the 2nd inning of play. As he is the 9th Hopper to come to the plate here in this inning. Hoppers with runners at first and third. Here's a pitch. Runner goes. They will throw down, and he is safe. Hoppers leading 5-0. They've scored 4 here in this inning of play. Here's a pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count to Tachioka. Here's the pitch. And it is sliced foul, though, down the third base side. 0-2 the count. Two outs. We play in the bottom of the third. 5-0 Hoppers. Runners at second and third. They'll go on any contact with 2 outs. This is foul back. And the count remains 0-2. Here's a pitch from Bell, and it is sliced into right field. It's going to score 2 as they misfielded out into right field. So it's going to be a single for Tachioka, but it's going to be 2 RBI. And it's now 6-0 in favor of the Hoppers. Make it 7-0 Hoppers. And the batter is going to be Joshua Rodriguez. He walked in the third and a base hit in the first. The pitch, and this one is foul on the third base side. For strike 1. 10th man to bat for the Hoppers here in the third inning of play. It's been a long inning, half inning. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a chopper to third. They will go to second, get the out there. As it goes 5-4 for the putout. Hoppers send 10 men to the plate in that inning. 6 hits in that inning. They now have 7 hits on the night. They left 1 on base, and they scored 6 in that inning. Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 7 and Paducah 0. Back with the top of the 4th right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. We move to the top of the 4th inning of play. The batter's going to be Kobe Morris. He flied out to right field in the first inning of play. 7-0 in favor of the Hoppers. We play here in the top of the 4th inning of play. And that pitch is in for a strike. So the count to Morris now is 0-2. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a chopper to third, and it gets past the third baseman, and it's going to be at least a double for Morris as he is into second base standing up. There's probably going to be an error, though. Now they've already given a hit. Yep, they've already given him a hit. So a double for Colby Morris. Seven nothing in favor of the Hoppers. Here's a pitch from Ernst, and it's a ball. Batter is Gage Griggs. He struck out in the first inning of play. Here's a pitch, and this is off the glove of the third baseman, but it's going to hold the runner there. Boy, he almost snagged that one. And it's a base hit. Creighton Morris, the catcher, will now be the batter with nobody out, and Paducah with runners at first and second. Ernst looks in, comes to the plate with a pitch, and it's high for a ball. John Oberson is on deck. Here's a pitch, low and in the dirt. Two and 0 the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a pitch, and this is foul down the third base side. So 2 balls and a strike now to the batter. Creighton Morris. Pitch. Outside, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Ernst looks back at second, comes home with a pitch, and it is ball 4. So now the bases are loaded. And the batter's going to be John Oberson, the right fielder.
Batting the right fielder, number 9, John Oberson.
Oberson with no home runs on the season. Let's hope it stays that way. As he bats left. Flied out to left. Now he pops one up on the infield. It's taken there for the out. Pops out to the second baseman, and the batter's going to be Cal Cook, the first baseman. Ernst with the 1 out, the pitch, and it gets away, and it's going to score a run. A ball to Cal Cook, and that makes it 7-1 now in favor of the Hoppers. Pitch, and it's foul. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Ernst. And it's That gentleman brings his glove to every game, and one glanced off the net, and he caught one. He finally caught one. That gentleman brings his glove every game. I see him walk in every game with that glove. Yeah. So now he gets his souvenir ball now. Now he's going to give it to a young man. Here's one foul. (7-1). Our score. Hoptown on top. Ernst to the plate with a pitch, and this one's going to be popped up and out of play. And the kids go scrambling. Yeah, if you're not already out in the field, you're probably not going to get to it. 1-2 the count. The pitch, and this one's popped up, and it's going to be foul and out of play. Just stay there. It's coming down. There you go. 1-2 the count. The pitch, and it's inside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch, and it's high for ball 3. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this one is foul. They've just turned the lights on here at the ballpark, so it'll take a minute or two for them to take effect. It's kind of starting to get a little concerned. The lights were not on, and it was getting darker and darker. Swing, and a foul tip. 3-2 the count now.
And an announced attendance tonight of 526 tonight. 526.
526 tonight for the Hoppers.
Christian County Public Schools and sponsoring tonight's game. And thank you all for coming out tonight. 526. Great night.
Here's the pitch, and it's foul back and out of play.
Bring those foul balls to the merchandise table. Get $5 off the merchandise table, courtesy of
3-2 with 1 out. We're in the top of the 4th, 7-1 in favor of the Hoppers. The pitch. Here's one hit into center field. Can he get there? He does. For the out, they'll come home with the throw, and the runner is safe. They throw down to third. They got him there, and he's out. And that'll get the Hoppers out of the inning. The run does score. But there was a put out at third for the third outs. So an RBI. 2 runs scored in that inning. 2 base hits. And they leave nobody on base. So as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Hoptown 7 and Paducah 2. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 7-2 in favor of the Hoppers as Paducah able to put 2 on the board in their top of the fourth inning of play. Luis Vergara is the batter, a base hit and lined out to shortstop in the first inning of play. Pitch is inside, so the count's 2-0. Kyler Carmack is the third pitcher used tonight by Paducah. The pitch, it's a strike. So the count's 2-1. Here's the pitch, the ball. So it's now 3-1 to Vergara. Ron Brown is on deck. And here's one hit to third, snagged by the third baseman. He'll throw over to first, cannot come up with it, and it's a base hit. Base hit for Luis Vergara, and Ron Brown will come to the plate for the Hoppers. He flied out to left in the third and struck out in the first.
We want to recognize Ron's grandfather, Larry, here all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Hoptown, Larry.
The pitch gets away, and so Vergara is going to take second. And it's a ball and no strikes. Drew Donaldson is on deck for the Hoppers. A pitch, swing and a miss by Brown. And it's 1-1. Throw back to second, but he gets back. Again, if you didn't hear a moment ago, the attendance tonight, 526 in the ballpark tonight. Thank you, fans, for coming out on the final regular season home game. 526. The pitch, high, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out. Look back at second. Now they come home with a pitch. Here's Brown, pops one up and out of play. And it goes 2-2. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away. And he's going to take off to first. Can they throw down in time? They do. Coming home, he's going to be out there as well. So that ends up being a double play. So it goes as a strikeout, and then the out is 2-3. And then they also get the out at home, which came back one, let's see here, 3-2. Who's number 4? I believe it was a 4. Nonetheless, doesn't always. It was may have been the pitcher. But anyway, double play, and there are 2 outs, nobody on for the Hoppers. Here's a pitch. Two and 1 the count now. Carmack working here in the bottom of the 4th inning of play. 7-2 Hoppers. This one's outside. Ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike. And a pitch. That's foul back and out of play. So the count now is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So he gets the strikeout, and then they have to go 2-3 for the putout. So in the inning, the Hoppers with 1 base hit, pitching actually faces the minimum. So 1 hit and nobody left on base. We have played 4 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's 7-2 Hoppers. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. We move to the top of the 5th inning, 7-2 in favor of the Hoppers. A little past 8 o'clock. We do owe you a station break. We'll try to work it in here in just a moment or two. Here's one hit to Rodriguez, and he misplays it, and it's going to be a base hit. So here in the top of the 5th, Cody Halab gets on base. And the batter's going to be Garrett Smith. Grounded out 6-3 in the 3rd inning of play. Here's a chopper. They'll step on the bag there. Rodriguez throws and gets him out for the 6-3 double play. Double play. It goes 6-3 as Rodriguez stepped on the bag and then threw to first for the out. So the batter's going to be the DH Slater Shield here in the top of the 5th inning of play. Well, we do owe you a break, so we'll take it now. It's 10 seconds for station identification.
On air and online, this is WHOP AM Hopkinsville, W237BV Hopkinsville, and WHOPAM.com. Hopkinsville's news, weather, and sports station.
Pitch was outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Ernst with a pitch, and this one's fouled back and out of play for Slater Shield. A base hit in the 1st. He flied out to left in the 3rd. 2-4-0 for Paducah. 7-8-1 for the Hoppers. This was outside. They did give an error to the Hoppers on a play, so I'm thinking that was Rodriguez that got the error. We'll check that. Go back and look through the plays. 3-1 now the count. Yeah, they're going to give an error to Rodriguez on that, so it was not a base hit. That was an E6 by Hollop. Giving the umpire a little bit of time. Apparently he was hit by a foul. (3-1). Pitch, and this is hit into left field for a base hit. Goes to the fence. He'll take two. They'll throw it back into play, but he'll be safe. A double for Slater Shield, and the batter's going to be Elijah Brooks.
Again, flag Lori down with that bucket over there. Get you a chance at a 50-50 pot here in the middle of the seventh inning. The more tickets you buy, the more money you might win. A chance for a big number tonight.
(7-2). Hoppers on top. Elijah Brooks bats left, looks at the first pitch. It's a strike. 0-1 the count. Pitch. This is going to be hit into left center field. It's going to be at least a double, as it's going to go all the way to the fence. He may get three out of it. Rodriguez, he throws to third, but the runner is in time. A triple for Elijah Brooks. And that scores Shield, making it 7-3. A RBI triple for Brooks. As when it got down, it scooted quickly. Of course, we haven't had much rain at all in this area for several weeks now, and so very dry in the outfield. This field is perfectly manicured as well. Looks great for the amount of rain that we have not received, or the very little rain that we've received. Field looks pretty good. 1-0 the count to Colby Morris. Looks a lot better than my yard, I'll tell you that. There's a foul. Mine is very brown, and as we say, crunchy when you walk on it. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Runner at third, that is Brooks. 7-3 the score, Hoppers, and this is outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. 66 pitches thrown by Ernst so far in this ball game. Here's a pitch, and this is going to be hit to the third baseman. He'll throw across to first in time for the out, and the Hoppers get out of the inning. That play goes 5-3 for the out. There were 2 hits in the inning. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. So 2 hits and 1 runner left on, and they score 1 in that inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 7, Paducah 3. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. Move to the bottom of the 5th inning of play. Fred Fernandez at the plate, the DH for the Hoppers. The count to him is 2 balls and a strike. Hoppers up 7-3. Glances off of the catcher's glove, making it 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to the leadoff batter, Fred Fernandez. Kyler Carmack still on pitching for Paducah. This one's hit into center field. Brooks is there, makes the play for the out. And the batter's going to be Jacob Dupes. A 2 RBI single in the 3rd inning of play. Flied out to center in the 2nd inning of play. And this one is popped up. And who's going to come on and get it? It's going to be Brooks. Center fielder again with the put out. And the batter's going to be Will Spears, the catcher. A base hit in the 3rd. He walked in the 2nd inning of play. If you missed it, the attendance tonight, 326 for the Hoptown Hoppers. Good crowd tonight at the ballpark. Pitch is in there for a strike. And I think home plate got hit once again. Yeah, they're going to give him some time this time. Catcher goes out to talk to his pitcher to give home plate a little more time. He says, I'm okay. Let's go. Get in the box. 1-1 the count. The pitch, and he swings and misses, and that's going to do it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Paducah. First one of the night for them. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. We've played 5. Our score after 5 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 7 and Paducah 3. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. Leading off for the Chiefs here in the top of the 6th inning of play is number 1, Gage Griggs. Base hit in the 4th. He struck out in the 1st inning of play. And this is going to be another base hit as he hits this one right up the middle. And the batter's going to be Creighton Morris. Walked in the 4th. Popped out the 3rd in the 2nd. 7-3 Hoppers as we play in the top of the 6th inning. They throw over to first, but to get the runner back. Marcus Goodpasture is on pitching now for the Hoppers. We're just now catching that again. We're not made aware of any changes unless we just happen to see them. He's the 2nd pitcher tonight for the Hoppers. Normally as a starter, but coming in a relief role tonight. Creighton Morris steps back in, and they'll throw again to first. This pitch is a ball. So it's 2-0 now to Creighton Morris. Here's a pitch. And it's inside, but catches the inside portion of the plate for a strike. So the count now is 2 balls and a strike to Creighton Morris. Here's the pitch from Goodpasture, and it's going to be sliced foul. It lands just outside of the Paducah bullpen. So the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 7-3 Hoppers. The pitch. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first for Paducah. That is Griggs. They'll throw over. They feel he is a threat to run, so they keep throwing over there. And this one's popped up. Second base is there. Donaldson makes the play for the out. And the batter's going to be John Oberson, the right fielder. He popped out to short in the, to second in the 4th, and flied out to left in the 2nd. Inside, ball 1 to Oberson. The pitch, a little high. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a pitch, and it's inside for ball 3. 3-0 the count now. Runner at first for the Chiefs. 1 out. The pitch, inside, ball 4. So Goodpasture has walked his first batter of the night. Tim Crow will come out and talk to his pitcher.
All of our host families, if you're a host family here, would you stand at this time? All of our Hopper host families, would you stand? Let us recognize you at this time. All of our host families, would you stand? Let us recognize you. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And all of you people who be thinking about maybe doing it next year, talk to one of these folks. Ask them about it. I'm sure they tell you it's a great thing. We'd love to have you be involved.
7-3, Hoppers on top. We are in the top of the 6th inning. Paducah with runners at first and second, just one out. The pitch inside. No, they call it a strike. Looked inside from our vantage point, but it got the inside portion of the plate. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike, 0-2. They fake the throw back to second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. There are now 2 outs in the inning, and the batter is going to be number 27, Cody Hullop. Reached on an error in the 5th and grounded out to the shortstop, or excuse me, the second baseman in the 2nd. And this is hit between the first baseman and the second baseman. It's going to score a run. Nope, he's got him. He is out. Now he's out. Got him. He's out. Yeah, he was all over the place, but he is now out. So Will Spears with a tag. So I guess you give him a hit. Yeah, give the guy a hit. But the runner is out at the plate. So 2 hits in the inning, a strikeout, 1 left on base. They do score. Nope, they don't score a run. They do not score a run. So the score remains the same at the end of 5.5 innings. As we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard, it's Hoptown 7, Paducah 3. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. We move to the bottom of the 6th. The batter is number 9 hitter in the lineup, Sean Sullivan. Base hit in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Count to him in the 6th here is even at 1-1. Sullivan will step back into the box. The pitch, and a swing and a miss strikes him out. It's a strikeout for Sean Sullivan, and we're back to the top of the order. Ren Tachioka. And a base hit and 2 RBI in the third, struck out in the second, and walked in the first. After that big fourth inning of play, Hoppers have been kind of slowed down after that. That third inning of play, I should say. 0-1 the count. Seven 3, pitches outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, and it's a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Foul back.
Help us out with those foul balls. Bring up the merchandise table. Pregame Beer and Giles provide you with the reward.
2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Now to play. This is going to go into the Hopper bullpen, or just beyond the Hopper bullpen. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, and here's one hit into right field. Can it get out of here? Let's go, let's go. It is gone. A home run for Ren Tachioka. For Ren, that is his 4th home run of the season as he touches them all over the scoreboard in right field. Joshua Rodriguez now the batter as the Hoppers up now 8-3. Luis Vergara is on deck. There's 1 out here in the inning. Rodriguez is the number 2 hitter in the lineup. He was out 5-4 in the third, walked in the third, batted twice in that third inning of play, and a base hit in the first. Tries to bunt and fouls this one way back and out of play. And the count's 0-2. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ball. Ball and 2 strikes now to Joshua Rodriguez. 5:26 here tonight. Big night at the ballpark. And this is down the first base side. It's a fair ball. They throw it to the pitcher, and he gets on there in time for the out. As this goes 3-2-1 for the putout. Bang, bang at first. And Rodriguez is the second out of the inning. And the batter is going to be Luis Vergara. 8-3 Hoppers. And Vergara steps to the plate. Has a couple of base hits, and he lined out to the shortstop in the first inning of play. The pitch, and it's outside. 1-1 the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ron Brown is on deck. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th for the Hoptown Hoppers. Strike, making it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. 3-2, and he walked him. Pitch is high. So Ron Brown will be the batter. Brown tonight has struck out twice, and he flied out to left in the 3rd. Struck out in the 4th and the 1st. Pitch is high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And here's one roped into left field. It's going to be a base hit for Brown. Grandfather down on the left base side is very excited about that. His grandfather is here from Pittsburgh watching his grandson today. So a base hit for Ron Brown, and that will move Vergara to second base. And the batter's going to be Drew Donaldson. He struck out in the 4th. A base hit in the 3rd and reached on a base on balls in the 1st. 8-3 Hoppers. A home run by Tachioka is the lone run to this point for the Hoppers in this inning. They look back at second. This is Carmack, and the pitch is inside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. So 3-0 now the count. And Carmack in danger of walking the bases loaded here with a walk. He walked Vergara, who's at second. Brown got a base hit. Here's a pitch. High for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for the Hoppers. And the batter's going to be Fred Fernandez. And time is called.
Ladies and gentlemen, got a little something to add to
Paducah coming out to talk. Are we going to make a change?
Right now, your winnings would be $174. Let's get over to the merchandise table. Let's get that up to $200. Let's buy a few more tickets over at the merchandise table. Let's get that drawing up to $200. I know you can do it. We'll have that drawing at the middle of the 7th inning.
They are talking with their pitcher. I think they're going to leave him in there. This is Carmack. Kyler Carmack. Yeah, they're going to leave him in. There is activity in the Paducah bullpen. Fred Fernandez steps in. Struck out in the 3rd, flied out to center in the 5th, and grounded out to first in the 2nd. And the count's 0-1. Jacob Dupes is on deck. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Hoppers will go on anything hit. And the curveball is in there for a strike. Count now is 0-2. And time call by the batter. You could hear that time call up here. Here's the pitch. And it is hit to third. Third baseman's got it, and he'll just step on the bag for the out. So it goes unassisted out at third. So the Hoppers are going to leave 3 on base. A home run in the inning and a base hit. So 2 hits in that inning. The Hoppers have now stranded 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runners tonight. We have played 6 as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's Hoptown 8 and the Chiefs 3. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. Garrett Smith, the left fielder, is the batter for Paducah, and the count to him is 1-1. As he swings through that pitch and misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hoppers with a run in the first, 6 in the third, and 1 in the 6th. That home run by Tochiaka. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, evening the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, our next Hoppers on radio broadcast will be on Friday night. We believe it will be here. Opponent to be determined. 6:10 is airtime, our F&M Bank pregame show. Hope you can join us. Pitch is high for a ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll have Hoppers radio and Hoppers TV for you as well that night. Be on the road on Saturday. And again, we'll have Hoppers radio and Hoppers TV. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Dilday gets the strikeout of Garrett Smith, and the batter is going to be the leadoff batter, the number 1 hitter in the lineup, Slater Shield. DH has 2 base hits. He has a double and a single. Double in the 5th, single in the 1st, and he flied out to left in the 3rd. Here's the pitch from Dilday, and it's outside for ball 1. Big crowd's a little quiet right now. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike. 1-1 the count. That'll get a clap or two from the crowd. Here's the pitch. This is going to be a grounder to the second baseman. He'll underhand to first for the out as it goes 4-3. That is Donaldson to Brown, and the batter is going to be Elijah Brooks. Have our 7th inning stretch coming up. We'll stay here for that. Probably will be Scott once again leading that charge. 8-3, our score. Hoppers on top of the Chiefs. Hoppers are looking for their 21st win of the season. Here's a pitch. It's a ball. 1 ball and a strike. Dilday looking in, and he comes to the plate with a pitch. It's outside. Brooks had a triple in the 5th, grounded out 6-3 in the 3rd, and grounded out 1-3 in the 1st. 2-0 the count now to Brooks. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. 2-1 now the count. Here's a pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Dilday comes in with a pitch, and it's inside for ball 4. First walk of the night for Dilday after he got in the first 2 batters out, and this is going to be Colby Morris, who grounded out 5-3 in the 5th, got a double in the 4th, and flied out to right in the 1st.
Shortstop number 6, Colby Morris.
Here's the pitch, high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. And a throw to first, but not in time. Runner gets back. Here's a pitch. And it's outside. 2-0 now the count with 2 outs. All-Star being played tonight in Major League Baseball out in L.A. at Dodger Stadium. And this pitch is a ball. It's 3-0 now. So Dilday struggling a little bit now after getting the first 2 batters out. He struck out Smith and got Shield to ground out in a 4-3 put out. 3-0 the count. Brooks at first for Paducah. Here's the pitch. High, ball 4. So now Dilday has walked 2 in a row. And the batter is going to be Gage Griggs. A couple of base hits for Griggs, and he struck out in the first looking. And now they're going to go out and talk to the pitcher.
Pinch hitter for the Chiefs is number 34, Gunnar Bingham.
Gunnar Bingham will now bat for Gage Griggs. Gunnar Bingham, a recent graduate, like a couple of months ago, from Lyon County High School in Eddyville. Member of the basketball team at Lyon County, as well as the baseball team, as you might expect. He bats left. I'm pretty sure Jacob and Mr. Bingham know each other very well. I'm sure they faced each other in this very same scenario. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Bingham is set. So is Dilday. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be inside for a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Creighton Morris is on deck for Paducah. Bingham is set, so is Dilday. Runners at first and second for Paducah. And a swing and a miss for strike 2 for Gunnar Bingham. One-two count with 2 outs. And the pitch. Inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bingham is set. And Dilday comes to the plate with a pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. In the inning, there were 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. No hits. They leave 2 on base. And, of course, no runs. After 6.5, it is 8-3 Hoppers. Time now for the 7th inning stretch. Scott Colley with Take Me Out to the Ball Game, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Visit them today on Fort Campbell Boulevard and download the Chick-fil-A app for online ordering. Back with the bottom of the 7th right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. Another pitcher for Paducah. This is their 4th pitcher of the night. Colin Hawkins, the left-hander, on in relief. The batter for the Hoppers is Jacob Dupes. And he hits one right up the middle for a base hit. Dupes with a base hit. That is his 2nd base hit of the night. He is flied out to center his other 2 at-bats. And Will Spear will be the batter. He struck out in the 5th. A base hit in the 3rd. And he walked in the 2nd. Here's a pitch. And this one's hit into right field, but right to the right fielder. He goes back. He's under it and makes the play for the out. Oberson underneath that one for the put out. Tucker Love is now playing 3rd base for Paducah as we check to see the changes. And that's the only change we see in addition to Hawkins. Batter is going to be Sean Sullivan. And here's one foul back and out of play for a strike. He struck out in the 6th. Base hit in the 3rd and was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. Here's the pitch from Hawkins, and this one's hit into left field. And it is going to be caught by the left fielder as he gets underneath it. Or excuse me, the center fielder as he gets underneath it. And there are now 2 outs in the inning with Dupes at first base. Brooks made that play out in center field. Eight-3 Hoppers here in the bottom of the 7th. Ren Tachioka home run in the 6th, the base hit in the 3rd, struck out in the 2nd, walked in the 1st. This is his 5th at bat tonight. Squared around a bunt. And pulls the bat back, so it's going to be a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes. Joshua Rodriguez is on deck. And the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. Here's a pitch. They go throw over to first, though. 2-0. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be sliced, and it is going to go foul. Left fielder tried to come over and make a play, but he couldn't. So the count's going to be 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Batter steps back in. Tachioka. Here's the pitch. And it's foul. 2-2 the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Batter steps back in. This is Tachioka. And this is foul. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here's a pitch. And here's one. And it's hit right to the right fielder, but right in front of him as it drops for a base hit. So Tachioka with a home run and a couple of base hits tonight. A good night for him at the plate. And the batter's going to be Joshua Rodriguez, as the Hoppers have runners at first and second now. 2 outs. Rodriguez steps in. Here's a pitch. Inside to Rodriguez for ball 1. Here's a pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Hawkins gave up a base hit and then got the next 2 batters out before giving up the base hit to Tachioka. He looks back at second. He will come to the plate with a pitch. It's inside. Ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes to Rodriguez. Luis Vergara is on deck. See what Hawkins does here with a pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. Here's a pitch, and ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for Luis Vergara. He walked in the 6th, base hit in the 4th and 3rd, and lined out to the shortstop in the 1st. 8-3 is our score. Hoppers on top. Hawkins, the pitch, and it's high and outside for ball 1. One ball and no strikes. And this is going to be Chopper gets through. It's going to score at least 2. They'll come home, and the base hit scores 2. That makes it 10-3 now. And the batter is going to be Ron Brown for the Hoppers with runners at first and second. Hawkins, the left-handed pitcher, looking into the right-handed batter, Ron Brown. Brown a base hit, struck out, flied to left, and struck out in the 1st. Inside, ball 1. With runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. And it's high. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And Hawkins steps off the rubber, goes back, gets the rosin bag, throws it down. Now gets back on the rubber. Brown gets back into the box as well. 2-0 count. Pitch is high for ball 3. And they threw over to first, but the runner gets back. 3-0 count to Ron Brown. Walk here will load them up once again for the Hoppers. The pitch, and here's one foul back and out of play. So that makes it 3-1 now. We owe you a break. We'll take it here for station identification. This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball.
On air and online, this is WHOP AM Hopkinsville, W237BV Hopkinsville, and WHOPAM.com, Hopkinsville's news, weather, and sports station.
Brown fouls another one off to make the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Hoptown 10 and Paducah 3. And it's high for ball 4, and that loads the bases. The bases are now loaded for Drew Donaldson, who has walked, struck out, and a base hit and a walk.
Third base number 15, Drew Donaldson.
Donaldson bats right. Of course, Hawkins is a left-handed pitcher. Here's a pitch, and it's a ball. 3-8-0 for Paducah, 10-13-1 for the Hoppers. Here's a pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Here's a pitch, and it gets off the glove of the catcher, and the runner will score, and everybody moves up, making it 11-3 now. And the count's 2-1, 2 outs. And Donaldson steps back in. Hawkins just glances back at second. Nobody covering the bag. Donaldson, the pitch to him is high for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Nobody working in the Paducah bullpen. So this is all Hawkins, at least to this moment. Here's the pitch. And he walked him. Bases are loaded. And the batter's going to be Fred Fernandez. Unassisted to third base in the 6th. Flied out to center in the 5th. Struck out in the 3rd. And grounded out to the first baseman in the 2nd. 0 for 4 night for Fernandez, the DH. And here's one up the middle. And are they going to send Brown? No, they hold him up. And he's got to get back. And can he? He will get back in time. 1 run does score. 1 does score. And the bases are loaded. Once again. On the base hit RBI.
Third base number 22, Jacob Dukes.
So it's now 12-3. With a Brown at third base for the Hoppers. Runners everywhere. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. And this is Dupes. And the pitch is a strike. He is the 10th batter of this 7th inning of play. And it's in there for a strike for strike 2. 4 hits so far in the inning. 1 here would end it, by the way. Ball or a walk. That would end it as well. 12-3 in favor of the Hoppers. Here's a pitch. High for ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hawkins again steps off the rubber, picks up the rosin bag, throws it back down. Now he's back on the rubber. Dupes is set. Here comes the pitch from Hawkins, and it is going to be a foul now to play. 2-2 the count. Hawkins again is set. Here comes the pitch to the plate. This is hit up to the shortstop. He'll go over to the bag at second in time for the out. 10 men come to the plate in that inning. And the Hoppers score 2 in that inning. Actually score 4 in that inning. They score 4 on 4 base hits. And they leave the bases loaded. So we have played 7, 12-3 in favor of the Hoppers as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. We move to the 8th inning of play, the top of the 8th. It is 12-3 in favor of the Hoppers. The batter is going to be Creighton Morris. New pitcher on the mound for Hoptown is Cody Hupp. Of course, we mistakenly had him in the lineup earlier this evening. Got in a hurry, writing the lineups in the book. Here's a pitch that is a ball. .526 the attendance tonight. Good crowd here at the ballpark tonight. Here's a pitch, and it's ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. I think I'm going to have to stand up. I think my feet are going to sleep. Been sitting too long. That pitch is away for a ball. So 3 balls and no strikes. If I had half the energy of Nixon, I would be okay. I'd just take a fourth of it. He's still going strong. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4. So Hupp walks Creighton Morris, and the batter's going to be John Oberson. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count now to John Oberson. We're in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. It's a ball. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. And it's going to be ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. And the pitch. And this is a chopper foul down the first base side. So the count will remain even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. So 3-2 now. The count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this one is hit foul. Watch out in the bullpen. It goes beyond the Paducah bullpen. So the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And ball 4. So he's walked the first 2 batters, and Cal Cook will come to the plate. He has struck out. He flied out to center, but it did score a run, and he has a base hit. That was in the 2nd. 12-3 is our score. Hopper's on top. Cook, the first baseman, steps in. And the pitch is across for a strike. The batter is right-handed. The pitcher is left-handed. The pitch, low for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Cody Hullop on deck for Paducah. The pitch. Inside, ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike now. Pitch. Foul back and out of play. So now the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. And here's one hit into left field. Left fielder gets underneath it and makes the play for the out. 1 out in the inning, and the batter's going to be Cody Hullop. Nope, I'm going to have a new hitter. This is going to be number 12, Tucker Love. And that is correct because he came in defensively back in the 7th. So this will be his first at-bat tonight. He bats right, and of course, Hupp is a lefty. Pitches in for a ball. Garrett Smith is on deck for Paducah. Here's a pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Pitch, and this one is popped up center field. He's underneath it, and he makes the play, and the runners cannot advance. That is Sullivan with the put out. And the batter is going to be Garrett Smith. The left fielder. And again, he bats right. And the pitcher, of course, is throwing left. A lefty. 12-3 is our score. Here's a pitch, and it's high. One and 0 the count now. Two and 0 now the count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. So now the count's 2-1. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Oh, he called it a strike. Excuse me. 2-2 now the count to Garrett Smith. Wondered why the crowd was clapping on a ball call. And a swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it in the inning. So no hits. There were 2 walks. Paducah leaves 2 on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the score as we check the Holiday Inn and Suites Convention Center scoreboard. It's 12-3 Hoptown. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball. 12-3 Hoppers on top as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning of play. New pitcher for Paducah, Corey Sissel, another young man out of the Lyon County farm, if you want to say it that way. He's from Eddyville, Kentucky. Several members of the Lyon County baseball team playing for Paducah this year. This young man is Corey Sissel. Right-handed pitcher. Comes to the plate with a pitch, and it's in there for a strike to Will Spear. And the count's 0-1. Pitch from Sissel, and this is hit right back up the middle, and it's scooped up. Nope, it's going to be bobbled by the second baseman. That is Bingham, and it's going to be a base hit for Will Spear, we think. Yep, they give him a hit, according to the scoreboard. So the batter is going to be Sean Sullivan. He flied out to center, struck out in the 6th, a base hit in the 3rd, and hit by a pitch in the 2nd. And the pitch is low for a ball. And here's hit one into left, and if it's out of here, we're going home. Home run is going to end this ball game. A home run by Sean Sullivan makes it 14-3 as the Hoppers win it, as we are done for the night. As 2 more go on the board, making it 14-3. Hoppers win it to go to 21-16 on the season. We're back with a happy recap right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball.